What do you get if you take a TaylorMade Spider putter, the putter that's in the bag of Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy, Nelly Korda, and you combine it with zero torque, which has been one of the biggest trends in the putter world for about the last 12 to 18 months, you get this putter right here. This is a TaylorMade Spider ZT. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about it. With the TaylorMade Spider ZT putters, TaylorMade is trying to bring three things into this golf club. They're gonna help to enhance your performance on the greens and help you hole more putts. The first, obviously, is the ZT part, zero torque. Now, the whole story behind zero torque putters is that they try and keep the face, the hitting area here, square to your putter's path as you're making your stroke, regardless of whether it's straight back, has a slight arc, or a strong arc. The way that this putter is balanced, it wants to keep this face square to your putter's path. And that is going to allow you to bring the putter face back to square at the moment of impact much more often. And that's going to get your putt started on your intended target line. Now, how does TaylorMade go about doing that? Well, this putter, from a construction standpoint, is made with 304 stainless steel. So all of this silver material you see here, that's all stainless steel. All of the black material is going to be 7076 aircraft grade aluminum. So the aluminum obviously weighs a lot less than the stainless steel. So much more of the overall weight of the putter has been shifted forward. But you'll notice that there are three weights that have been positioned, one in the toe, one in the heel, and one sort of in the middle section of the putter back in here. Those weights are there to triangulate the center of gravity very, very specifically. And TaylorMade, in doing that, has positioned it just beneath where the shaft enters into the putter's head. And when you do that, you take away any of the sort of predisposition, if you will, for the putter to either open or close as you're making your swing. And that's how you get the zero torque part. Now, because the center of gravity location down here is directly underneath where the shaft goes into the head, you get this condition basically where it's going to be toe up balance. You see some putters have face balance like this, and they really are designed to reward a stroke that goes straight back and straight through. Some have a level of toe down, or toe hang, I should say, and those putters are really designed to enhance the stroke of somebody who's got an arced stroke. Unlike those putters, the TaylorMade Spider ZT has toe up balance, and that condition is created because the center of gravity is right here, again, right underneath where the shaft is going into the head itself. Now, I really don't recommend it, but if you did take this putter apart, you would basically find that underneath this blue sole plate here, there's nothing. All of the weight has basically been taken out of the center section here, except for that weight, which again is there to triangulate up the exact position of the center of gravity. According to TaylorMade, they really are not recommending players or fitters attempt to move these weights around or change these weights, because they're there specifically to, again, put that center of gravity position exactly where TaylorMade needs it to get that toe up condition, and as well as to get that zero torque. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is going to be trying to enhance the consistency of the roll that you put on the golf ball and get it rolling more quickly instead of skidding or hopping and bouncing. And TaylorMade goes about doing that with the help of this Pure Roll insert. Now, this Pure Roll insert is the same insert that we have seen in previous iterations of TaylorMade Spider putters before. But if you're not familiar with it, the whole deal is that all of these grooves that you see right here are pointed downward at about a 45-degree angle. And by doing that, when it makes contact with the golf ball, it's encouraging the golf ball to come out of the depression that's created on the greens by its weight, but start tumbling and rolling more quickly instead of hopping and skidding. The third thing that TaylorMade has incorporated into the Spider ZT putters to help you improve your performance on the greens is it's tweaked and modified the true path alignment system that has had in previous iterations of Spider. Now, obviously, with a center shafted design here that goes in behind the hitting area, and it has a little bit of onset in this putter, creating that true path system the way that we've seen it before really probably wouldn't work. So in this case, TaylorMade has incorporated a series of grooves that you can see right along the steel piece here, along the top line. That's exactly the width of a golf ball. And then the milled section of the aluminum back in here, you can also see creates the illusion, or the appearance, if you will, of that line that the true path system would have had in previous iterations. So it's subtly still there, but obviously because the shaft enters directly into the hosel behind the hitting area, going with that white line as we have seen it before just wasn't going to work. Now, there may end up being different iterations of Spider ZT putters that may be coming in the future that will have a more traditional true path system incorporated into them. But for right now, you're basically going to be relying on these series of grooves here in the front, as well as with the shaping in the body, in the back, to help you align this putter. Like other zero torque putters, the TaylorMade ZT has a level of onset, which means, again, that the hosel goes into the head behind the hitting area. So the face is actually pushed a little bit forward. It makes the golf ball really stand out when you're looking down in the address position, but it has a little less forward press or forward shaft lean than other putters that have been out there in the zero torque category. It's only 1 degree, so that the shaft is going to appear to your eye in the address position to be much more vertical or much more traditional in its look, and I think that's going to be appealing to a lot of golfers out there. There's going to be 3 different versions of the TaylorMade ZT putter that are going to be made available. A traditional putter, which is going to be available in 33, 34, and 35-inch lengths. And then there's going to also be a counterbalance version, and then there's also going to be an extended length or a long version. Now, the pricing for the TaylorMade ZT putters is pretty much in line with what we've seen from major manufacturers who have created a zero torque putter, which means it's going to be a little bit less than some of the smaller boutique brands that are also into zero torque. The standard models, if you will, for TaylorMade ZT is going to go for $449, while the counterbalanced version is going to be $499, again, US. If you're going with the longer version, now you're going to be talking about $549. So as far as pricing, it's certainly not a cheap thing. This is an investment that you're going to be making, but it's not going to be nearly as expensive as some of the custom options that are out there in the zero torque market. So if you're going to be in the market for a new putter in 2025, and you've always liked TaylorMade Spider putters, but you're interested in getting a zero torque option in your hands, you might want to talk to a good custom fitter about the new TaylorMade Spider ZT family of putters.